Hello, everybody. I don't know how this works, if I'm actually going live or not right now. Hopefully, people can see me. Hopefully, somebody showed up. We'll find out. Right now, at least I could do the video, and then if nobody's watching right now, then you'll watch the replay. So basically, what I'm doing is a planning session, and I don't know how long it's going to go on. It depends on how fast we cover this material, but basically, I've been reading a lot for a project that I'm doing under business management and operations for interior designers. And in all of my reading, I've been finding ways to apply the business management strategies to my personal life. And if I know anything, if you want to get something done, then you have to plan it out. If you want to actually see it come to fruition, you have to break it into small steps. Me and my friend Crystal talk about this on our podcast all the time. This book by James Clear called Atomic Habits, where you break your goals down, you break what you want to do into small things and change your habits so that you can actually realize what you want out of your life. So I'm taking this time to do the planning sessions live and in action and seeing if anybody wants to join. So I'm going to share my journal that I made, and then we'll get into it piece by piece. So I made this journal on Canva called My Life Strategy Journal. Wait, let me change something really quick so you can see me. And okay, it's all there. So on this journal, on my life strategy journal, so I got this concept. I got a lot of this concept or portions of this concept from the Harvard Business Review. And basically, they have this whole article called My Life Strategy, and they have this worksheet that goes with it that basically helps you define what a great life for you looks like, helps you answer questions to get to your purpose, all the way down to setting your objectives and then your key results, like what you want to see out of your life. So I've taken some of those concepts that they have in their article, and I broke it up into a more fun, practical way to apply it. And this is my first time going live, so I'm not really sure how to link anything, like to give you the link to the HBR journal, but I'll probably do a post for it afterwards so you can have access to the article yourself. And so with this journal, you first get into how to define a great life. So I'm going to go over some questions that I came up with and then answer them. But I encourage you to write these down and answer them for yourself. So this is something where this first part is basically around just seeing what you want out of life. And with the HBR journal, I think it goes over a significant period of time, maybe 5 to 10 years. I'm breaking this down to 3 years. I think that everything should be planned out within a 2 to 3 year period. Anytime after that, things are going to pivot. You'll have a new innovation, or you'll have a new probably appetite or spark in life. So switching it up, or not switching it up, but having a endpoint to this set of goals and this strategy that you're putting together, I think is the most efficient way to do this. So I have how I define a great life. It's set for the next 3 years. So what this first page goes over is, when answering these questions, think about what will make you really happy or at peace during the next 3 years. Think of similar feelings in the past and what made you feel that way. So for me, I'll first say that on today we'll go over how do I define a great life. Tomorrow I'm going to go over what is my purpose. So I have a really fun exercise for that. And then we go into identifying your priorities, setting priorities, day 3, and then we'll go into breaking those out into actionable steps after Thanksgiving. Also, because it is Thanksgiving week, this right now is fully live. So you'll get everything. After this, I'm going to pre-record the next 2 days. So I can still answer any questions, or if there's any chats going on, I can still be involved in those live, but the video will be pre-recorded. So the first day we're covering, how do I define a great life? And the first question I ask is what gives me frequent feelings of contentment? Because ultimately, you can have really happy days and really low days throughout the year. But whenever I'm feeling just like content or at peace with something, no matter what type of turmoil or excitement is happening in my life, and I put when me and my husband are both working from home and we can share more of our day together. I really like not having to spend my day in the office. I would like for him not to have to spend his days in the office all the time because we just work in a home environment better and it just makes us content. Which activities, the next question, which activities make me forget to check my phone? So this is something that you can get lost in, things that you do where you lose track of time. And so for me, that's whenever I'm organizing and or designing a product, specifically in Canva, or if I'm making a website or something like that, I can really get lost in that. What relationships would I like to strengthen? So this is for me. Anytime I'm thinking about what I would like to do more of, it's basically spending more time with my family. There's been multiple events that I've missed. There's been things in with my Cali family that I would like to do and attend more. Um, and same goes for my Texas family and whoever else is in around the cities, like families in Georgia and all over the place. So, what causes or values deeply resonate with me? For me, that's educating my child and supporting moms who work from home and want to homeschool. So that's why it's important for you to set it up, or for how I set it up for to be a 3-year time period, because this isn't something I may be super deeply passionate about. Well, I'm not saying I won't be passionate about it, but it may not be something I need to give all my focus to after 3 years. And I may have something set up to where it can manage on its own by then. But right now, I have how old is she? 16 months. She sleep right now. That's why I'm able to do this, because I planned this around her first nap time. So her being 16 months and wanting to, this part in her life is so important for her development. And between now and 5 years, and basically from the things that I've read and the things that I've listened to on podcasts and whatnot, are like these 5 years, the most of her life is going to be shaped by what she learns in these 5 years. So I want to be extremely hands-on, but I also want to continue to build the businesses my husband and I started. And so doing both of those, where I am technically a stay-at-home mom. Well, no, I'm a technically work from home mom because I am also consulting and things like that. But my daughter stays with me. She doesn't go to daycare, and we have babysitters on occasion when I am working or have meetings and stuff. So that gives me the freedom to have full control over what she intakes, as far as her education and her experiences. And so I want to create a more curated environment for her. So that deeply resonates with me right now, and I believe that will for the next 3 years, 3+ years. Again, how do I define a great life? Next set of questions. What accomplishment would make me proud? For me, that would be building a 7 to 8 figure business from my expertise. And I'll get more into that later, because in the other parts of the exercise, I go into that more in depth. But for me, I've sacrificed a lot, and with time with my family and doing more fun, traveling experiences. I've money, crazy amounts of money invested in business, and I want to see the 7 to 8 figure mark within the next 3 years, so that all this work could actually return the dividends. All the work that I put in can see some returns, some greater financial returns. I've already seen some, but I want to see more. What activities make me feel most energized? That's hanging out with my friends and brainstorming ideas with my husband. What decisions make me feel most in control of my life? Whenever I am in control, whenever I can control where my time is spent. So that goes back into wanting to work from home. My husband working from home, specifically consulting and doing his own business and his tech thing. And so when we're able to have full control over our time and where we spend our time, is what makes me feel in control of my life. When nobody tells me when I can or cannot go take care of myself, when I can or cannot go and spend time with my family, XYZ. Like right now, my mom has to work on for Thanksgiving. Like that's ridiculous. And I really want to get to the point where that does not have to be the norm for my family. When do I feel most spiritually aligned? When I have dedicated morning prayer. So there was a time in my life where I was doing 5 a.m. prayer, and I was getting up, doing that, doing prayer and journaling, and it was very impactful. And I could feel myself coming into alignment, just like holistically, mind, body, spirit, physical, um, like my daily functions and things like that. I've definitely stopped being able to get up at 5 a.m. But I do stay up later now, and I have my prayer time at night more than I do in the morning. But I like the 5 a.m. because it reminds me of the first fruits type of thing, where it's like you give God your first, before I go and dedicate all my hours to work and family and everything. I want to have the dedicated prayer, like this portion I'm giving you to you, Lord. Let's see. And so now, after you have all those questions, so you bring them together and you paint a picture of what a great life looks like for you in this next 3 years. So after I used Perplexity, and what I did was I took all these answers and I asked it to summarize this into a short paragraph of how I would define a great life. And so this says, for the next 3 years, a great life looks like building a 7 to 8 figure business with my business management and planning products. What I'm talking about right now is introducing my community, or whatever community I'm building, to these planning products, and sharing quality time with my husband through a work from home lifestyle. So we want to work towards that. We had that for a while, but now my husband is going into an office. So we would like to work on that not being the case in the next 3 years. Creating a bi-coastal lifestyle to spend quality time with family in different cities. So being that I have a lot of family in Cali, and then we have family in my husband's a Texan. So his family's in Texas, and there's family in Dallas, there's family in Georgia, there's family in different I think in Florida, we have friends out there as well. So we would like to we would like to shape our life to where we could do those trips more often to see people. Finding spiritual alignment through regular morning prayer. I want to go back to getting up early in the morning. I want to I don't know about 5 a.m. I want to be able to have less work in the day, so that getting up I still got to get up before Maverick. So maybe 6 a.m. and then not getting up to work at 6 a.m., but getting up just to pray. And then I don't have to do as much work in the middle of the day, so that I could still do all the other stuff I want to get to. So we'll get into priorities on day 3, but you'll see how all this stuff interconnects day by day. So then, finding spiritual alignment through regular morning prayer. I already said that. Homeschooling Maverick and supporting other work from home mothers in their journey. So, like I said, I'm passionate about this because I don't know if I said this, but I'm homeschooling Maverick. I have no intention of putting her in school, at least right now. That could change. Like, I'm a new mom. So I know new moms, we always have like all these plans, and then they end up being like, girl, no. So I I am going to do my best to homeschool, and I want to get a community around that, where there's other work from home moms who want to be with their children, but also have their children be instructed throughout the day. Even though Maverick is only 16 months, she knows how to say words, she knows colors, she knows a lot, and she knows that from learning. Shout out to Miss Rachel, because she's learning a lot from them. And then her babysitters, who reinforce it, and they do a lot of stuff with her. So my babysitters are like rock stars, because they come with the education forward approach. So doing something with them would be amazing, where we have a group of moms who want to work, and we could come together and have our children be taught, and we're all in a safe environment. It feels good. And then doing all of this while maintaining control over how I spend my time. So that is how I define a great life. So going forward, everything that I plan out for this next, even though it's the next 3 years, it's going to be broken down into quarters. So over the next 4 quarters, what am I going to do to make sure I take action towards achieving this great life? And so that's what we'll get into going forward. Again, I don't know if anybody got to see this. I don't know if anybody. Uh-oh, how do I go back to me? There we go. Okay. So I don't know if anybody really got to see this. You'll catch it on the replay. If you haven't been able to see it, I'll figure out a way to upload it. But if you are watching this, let me know what you think. Let me know if this is helpful. If I can re-explain it next time. So tomorrow I could go over this part again to re-explain it to give some better understanding. But yes, let me know what you thought, what you think, and if you'll be using this and if you'll be participating with me. Okay. Bye. How do I turn this off? End. Okay.